Alexander, and I'm going to be cooking chicken Dijon today, and I'm going to show you my prep. What I have here is I have my chicken thighs that I've kind of like brushed down. I've kind of like pounded them down to make them flatten evenly. I've added a little salt. I've added some olive oil, and my ingredients is olive oil, white wine, water, Dijon mustard, heavy cream, shallots, dried thymes, and butter. I've already pounded my chicken down and flattened it, and I've salted it on one side as well as brushed it with olive oil on one side. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do the same thing as before. I'm going to salt it down a little on this side. I'm going to brush it as well with some olive oil to give it that pretty clear coat. We want a nice, pretty, clear, clean coat. What I'm going to do over here is I'm going to heat my my skillet. I have a skillet here that I'm heating up that I'm going to be adding in my skillet. I'm going to be adding a little of the olive oil. Actually 2 tablespoons of the olive oil. Okay, I'm going to let that heat up in the skillet. I'm going to add the butter as well. I'm going to let that heat up in the skillet as well. And when both of them are well heated, I'm going to increase my heat. I'm going to let my skillet be on a medium to low heat. Once they've melted together, I'm going to add my chicken to the skillet. Nice sizzling chicken that I've added to the skillet. I'm going to increase my heat, and I'm going to saute it lightly brown on one side. Then I'm going to turn over to the other side and saute it light and brown. And I'll be back after I do so. As you can see, that I've browned my chicken on both sides. It doesn't have to be fully cooked because it's going to continue to cook later on in the process. I'm going to remove my chicken. That's a pretty golden brown. I removed my chicken from the pan. The chicken does not have to, again, like I say, be fully cooked because it'll continue to cook later. So I removed my chicken from the pan, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my shallots. 4 teaspoons of shallots that I've added. What I'm going to do now is let my shallots kind of like saute them here for a moment. Maybe about a minute or 2. Until they soften. Let it whisper too. Kind of get it a little soft to that perfection. And I'm going to add in my white wine, half a cup of white wine. I've added a half a cup of white wine, and I've increased the heat. Using a large spoon, I'm going to deglaze the pound of the pan with a half a cup of water. I've increased the heat going to add the mustard, the Dijon mustard. Trying to get it all out there. Oops. I'm going to also add in my thyme. I've added in my thyme and my mustard. And I'm going to let that simmer for a second. Let this simmer for about a minute or two, and I'll be right back. My sauce has reduced by half. So what I'm going to do here is add the chicken back into the pan. If I could get all that chicken to go back in that pan. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm going to stir in the cream. And I want to do a recap. Actually, I've used a half a teaspoon of butter. I used a half a cup of dry wine, a half a teaspoon of thyme. I used 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. I've used a half a cup of water. And I'm just going to let it simmer here with the cream. And I'm going to flip once or twice to coat. And I'll be back with the finishing results. Okay, I'm back with the Dijon chicken. I couldn't find a video for the chicken, so I didn't know actually how it was being presented. So what I did to make a good presentation was I've added a little bit of rice. This is my Dijon chicken here. I love the texture. I love the color, actually, the caramel color. And I'm just going to plate it here to make a great presentation. But this is the finished results of my Dijon chicken. Just going to plate it here. On this bed of rice. And I'm going to take that sauce. Beautiful, beautiful sauce. Perfect texture. And I'm just going to drizzle a little sauce over it like that. Smells great. Just going to drizzle a little sauce like that. And I'm going to place it here like that, and this is the finished results of my Dijon chicken. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to taste it, and I'll let you know how it tastes. Be right back. I'm just here to let you all know again, we completed the Dijon chicken, and it was awesome. It was great. The texture of the chicken was just phenomenal. The sauce, the season was great. Definitely enjoyed it and a must do again. Thank you all for your time and have a blessed one.